Time is 7:19. After you filled out the forms, turned in all the paperwork when it comes to tax season, this is the best part. If you're getting a refund, receiving that. The average tax refund this year is nearly $2,900. Pretty interesting. And here with us is financial professional Mike Suttle with the smart way to spend that money. It's so easy to throw that money away when it comes to tax season, right?
Sure
Nice to have you here. What kind of mindset do we need to be in this time of the year?
Well, the first thing is to remember that this is your money. It's money you worked hard for. It's being withheld from your paycheck. It's not a bonus or a gift. And if you think of it that way, it's a lot easier to dedicate that money to something that's worthwhile for your future.
This is something that you probably would have added to the budget had you not had so much or not enough withheld, I guess, over the course of the year.
Correct.
I think I'm right on that math.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the 5 things to remember then, and you can kind of go through them one by one. When it does come to receiving this kind of money. And if it is an average of $2,900, that's a large chunk of money that could go to a lot of different things.
Yes, it could.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I would like to recommend to build it up. What do I mean by that? That is that most people need an emergency savings plan. That's it's an essential part of any financial plan is to have an emergency savings account. So I recommend to our clients to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of savings in the bank that they could access for emergencies, from a car breaking down to health issues to loss of a job. Second thing would be to cut it down. Take that tax refund and use it to pay down your mortgage, credit card debt, student loans, car loan, anything like that at all that has interest attached to it. Use that money to pay it off, because the sooner you get that paid off, the sooner you'll be in good shape financially.
This is about being smart. It's really about putting it to areas where you can actually have the money work for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Versus just kind of, maybe there is something essential that you need, right? But this is one way to kind of secure your future.
That's right. That's right.
All right, number 3.
Cut it down. Stretch it out.
Yes.
A lot of people find that they get a large tax refund. Now, the problem with that is that is your money. You work for it, and you're not getting paid that money until maybe a year after you earned it. So it might be a good idea, if you're getting a large tax refund, to visit your HR department, maybe fill out a new W-4, decrease the withholding so that your paycheck, take-home paycheck, can actually be bigger each month. And then you can get that money working for you just that much sooner. Instead of paying debt each month, get that money sooner, use that money to pay the debt.
It's not a bad idea. Then that way, the next year you don't have to worry about that.
Exactly,
Yes. What's number 4?
Pay it forward. Take some of that money and buy yourself some education or an online class, or go to a conference for your business. Anything that would help you career-wise, that could help you have more earning power down the road.
Not a bad idea at all. Number 5?
And 5th is split it up. It doesn't have to be an all or none kind of a thing. Take a little bit of that money, a small part maybe, and splurge on yourself. Do something good for you. That's okay. You can do that.
So it doesn't all have to be a major plan. It could be something you just run out and buy.
Take the bulk of it. Look at where you're at. Look at where your expenses are. Look at what kind of debt you have. Work on that. But take a little bit of that and have some fun with it. Or maybe join that gym that you've been wanting to join.
There you go.
Do something for you. Make yourself feel good. You know why? Because you're working a plan. You're thinking about this stuff, and you're going forward. And you're not just blowing the money. You're thinking about how you're going to spend it. It's going to be for your benefit, because this is your money.
It's probably good to set aside a little portion of that too, if you are going to go out and shop, and not just and actually know what you want to buy versus splurging too much. Correct?
That's right.
Before you go to the store, having a plan there too.
That's right. And I'd like to mention too that as far as taking less exemptions, on my website at subtlefinancialgroup.com, there is a link to an IRS calculator that will help you determine just how much withholding you should be withholding. Ideally, you'd want to withhold just exactly the right amount to pay the taxes for the year.
That's an important tool.
Yes.
Mike Suttle, we're so glad to have you this morning. Thanks so much for the important financial information.
Thank you.
It's tax season. We'll be right back.